A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, the Israeli government has approved a controversial plan to take over Gaza City, prompting immediate backlash from European governments. On August 8, 2025, following a meeting of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet, Israel announced its intentions to manage the security of the entire Gaza Strip as part of its military operations. This decision has raised alarms among global leaders, who are calling for urgent action to address the humanitarian crisis unfolding in the region. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen voiced her concerns on social media, urging Israel to reconsider its military actions and advocating for an immediate ceasefire. She emphasized the dire conditions faced by hostages taken by Hamas in October 2023, calling for their release and for humanitarian aid to reach Gaza without obstruction. European Commission Executive Vice President Teresa Ribeiro went further, stating that Israel's actions in Gaza resemble genocide, a claim that underscores the gravity of the situation. In the UK, Prime Minister Keir Starmer echoed these sentiments, labeling Israel's escalation of its offensive as wrong and urging the government to rethink its strategy. He highlighted the worsening humanitarian crisis in Gaza and called for a surge in humanitarian aid, the release of hostages, and a negotiated solution that excludes Hamas from governance in the region. The UK had previously announced plans to recognize a Palestinian state at the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, in September if Israel failed to act on the humanitarian crisis. France has also taken steps in this direction, with President Emmanuel Macron announcing that France would recognize the State of Palestine at the same UNGA session, becoming the first G7 nation to do so. Meanwhile, Germany, which has historically maintained a close relationship with Israel, has decided to halt the export of arms that could be used in the Gaza Strip. This move is particularly notable given that Germany is the second largest arms supplier to Israel after the United States. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz affirmed Israel's right to defend itself against Hamas, but also stressed the need for a ceasefire and the release of hostages. He cautioned that Israel's recent military decisions could hinder these objectives, raising questions about the future of peace in the region. As the situation continues to unfold, the international community watches closely, hoping for a resolution that prioritizes humanitarian needs and the rights of all involved. The call for a ceasefire and the need for a diplomatic approach to the conflict has never been more urgent, as leaders across Europe unite in their condemnation of the violence and their support for a peaceful solution. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.